My never I say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there. I see them yopo.
Minority.
Two, deny them
leader.
They are right.
Yes, majority chief whip.
Mr. Speaker, the minority leader is a senior member of this House, and he knows that he cannot depart from the terms of the report and move into anticipation. Order 1251 is clearly in breach of Order 1251. He can't do that. He's anticipating what will happen tomorrow, what will happen the day after tomorrow. You can't do that. No. The law, there are rules forbid anticipation. You can't be arguing in anticipation in respect of a report, the terms of which are very clear before you. You can't be arguing in a preemptive manner, anticipating that this will happen, and that will happen, and that will also happen. Mr. Speaker, he's a senior member, he's a leader. We learn from him. He's a leader. He should stay within the terms of the report.
Honorable Leader, take note of the observation and also take note of the fact that clause 29 to 31 is a repetition of Act 1030.
Mr. Speaker, with respect, to the extent that my colleague suggests to this House that I am going outside of the issue before us, Mr. Speaker, I would like to respond for Hansa to also capture same. Mr. Speaker, I strongly disagree with him. At this stage of the lawmaking process is where all issues and concerns are expressed. The matter I raise has to do with what happens in our court. And I am saying that I have witnessed situations where rights are abused because such citizens who came into contact with the security agencies in one way or the other did not have to have access to representation. Mr. Speaker, as a result of that, they suffer some injustice. All I'm saying is that if we are enacting, it is important that we bring clarity and safeguard the rights of citizens. We should provide for this so that the security agencies, as part of their own administrative duties, will be guided. Mr. Speaker, until we ensure that citizens were not detained beyond 48 hours, until all of us spoke about it, that this is enshrined in the Constitution, there were times that citizens were detained by security agencies beyond 48 hours. But Mr. Speaker, because the law is clear and unambiguous, such abuses have limited. Even so, such abuses have not stopped. Mr. Speaker, I would want to say that the over-concentration of power in the appointment process without Parliament having the opportunity to vet is a matter of serious concern that this House must look at even as we go into the consideration stage. Mr. Speaker, 2, I have also identified a weak accountability mechanism. It is largely dominated by the executive oversight rather than parliamentary oversight. And I've stated that and I will not repeat it. Mr. Speaker, I also acknowledge the fact that there must be some level of secrecy. I agree, national security issues must not be made public. However, I need to repeat for the record that to the extent that Parliament itself in its wisdom has enacted its regulation that creates a new committee responsible for national security, Mr. Speaker, there must be unfettered disclosure to the extent that members on that committee, Mr. Speaker, have taken oath. Mr. Speaker, looking at this enactment, it appears again that there is some broad, rather loosely framed, intrusive powers and weak warrant regime. Mr. Speaker, I would delve deep into this when we get into the consideration stage. I've already emphasized what happened not too long ago with this warrant for search and all of that. Mr. Speaker, this law does not address it fully. And it appears that, Mr. Speaker, what we are seeking to do is to create a much more intrusive institution. We are allowing a new warrant regime, complicating matters, and this would further affect citizens, especially political witch hunting. Mr. Speaker, we should also be mindful of the politicization of the regional and district security councils. Those regional security coordinators and the district security coordinators, if you go through the enactment, we do not define their essential qualification for appointment. Are they going to be party members who would be given job for the boys, so you are district security coordinator or regional security coordinator? When they see somebody's cassava in a pickup, they go and chase you. They say, for national security reason, we stopped you. When they see that there is a car going, somebody has bought his new car, they will chase you and come and say, where did you get money to buy this new car? Mr. Speaker, I say some of these things from experience. Just about a month ago, my own pickup was chased by a so-called regional security coordinator and arrested the driver and said that, he has information from national security. Meanwhile, it was not true. When he realized that the car was mine, he said, sorry. Meanwhile, he had arrested the guy, frustrated him, and I don't want to say he extorted money from him for not having a registered car. Mr. Speaker, if such a person was a professional and by enactment he has gone through the vetting process of appointment and knows what he is supposed to do, Mr. Speaker, he won't do such a thing. So, Mr. Speaker, this bill must also look at it carefully and not just think that because you need to have certain positions filled, anybody at all should be there. Mr. Speaker, I shall conclude by saying that this bill does not reform the security architecture of our country. It rather entrenches it and worsens it. Mr. Speaker, the bill preserves the old problematic architecture without substantive reform, carrying over existing appointment and practices. For these reasons, Mr. Speaker, I believe that though the committee has done a good work at consideration, there will be the need for the minister to sit with us as a house, do further winnowing, and incorporate the major concerns raised by the minority on this floor, so that, Mr. Speaker, in the end, we would have a bill that is citizenry friendly, a bill that ensures transparency, a bill that allows Parliament to scrutinize and properly oversight the work of the security architecture of our country. Mr. Speaker, that said, I shall resume my seat without more. Thank you.
Yes, Majority Leader.
Right Honourable Speaker, you know, in private practice, the way that you get to increase your fees is to speak copiously in court. Even if you say nothing, just speak copiously in court. Because after the clients, When they finish, they say,
My lawyer spoke.
"Ooh, the way my lawyer Kano." Did you see the way my lawyer was talking? The other lawyers in the courtroom know that he said nothing. And I'm saying this because I have listened to all that my friends on the other side have said, and I cannot hear anything. I cannot hear anything. And the reason why I say I cannot hear anything is simple. We all know that under the NPP, in 2020, you brought a bill to this house, ostensibly to revise the Security and Intelligence Agencies Act, the existing law then. Mr. Speaker, in the process, you enacted an office, which is the office of the Minister for National Security. And you enacted the office and therefore impliedly made it a permanent existence. Mr. Speaker, even the Constitution shies away from enacting ministerial portfolios. Apart from the Attorney General, no minister is enacted by legislation. Ministries are created by executive instruments, and then that necessitates the appointment of a minister to be responsible for that ministry. Mr. Speaker, by enacting the office of a Minister of National Security, you are tying the hands of every president so that he must appoint a Minister for National Security. Mr. Speaker, in the process, you had unwieldy size of government. How many ministers did you have? 125 ministers.
Look at the bill.
125 ministers and deputy ministers. For a small country like this, when a country like Australia, with a bigger economy, has just about 30 ministers. Mr. Speaker, the NDC promised that when we come to office, we will downsize. We will cut down the number of ministers. So when we came into office, we indeed cut down the number of ministers.
The decision to amend this.
And among the ministries that we decided to guillotine was the Minister for National Security. And then the issue arose in this chamber. The Right Honorable Speaker, Alban Sumana Bagwin, raised it in this chamber that there is a legal problem. There is an act that enacts the office of National Security Minister. So we cannot appoint ministers and there will be no Minister for National Security. So the fundamental thing about this bill is to revise the existing legislation and take out the imposition of a Minister for National Security.
On the president.
That is the fundamental objective of this bill. Take the bill and go through it properly, and you will see that all that the bill is seeking to do is to abolish the office of Minister for National Security. And the functions
PENDREAM TV. Now, so far so good. Say open online portal e Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.